Welcome to Lincoln Learns Session 3, where I will demonstrate how to create events that can be shared with campus, your group members, and the public. To get started, access SE-Link through your Southeast portal, or access SE-Link through selink.cmo.edu. In both cases, you will need to use your SE key to sign in. Once logged in, you will see the community page. It is the first page you'll see upon logging in, and it serves as your home page while in SE-Link. The community page shows your memberships, upcoming events, and the latest news stories. In order to create an event, you will need to go to your organization's management page. From your community page, there are two ways to get there. The first way to do this is click on what we call the waffle menu next to your profile picture in the upper right-hand corner and select the Manage option. Your Action Center page will now appear. It will only show you the organizations for which you have management credentials, among other notifications. Please note, if you do not see the button for the group you need to manage, please contact your president or advisor to make sure you are set up to be an administrator of the page. Click on the group for which you want to create an event. You are now looking at your group's management page. Before I go further, I want to show you the other way to get to this particular page. Click on the Southeast icon in the upper left corner to go back to your community page. On your home community page, click on the student organization page for which you are an administrator. In the top right corner of the organization's page, you should see the Manage Organization button. Please note, if you do not see this button, you need to contact your president or advisor to make sure you are set up to be an administrator of the page. When you click on the Manage Organization button, it will take you to your group's management page. Now that we're back in the management side of your organization's page, let's open up the hamburger menu on the left side of the screen to see the features you can use with your organization. When you click on the three horizontal lines, or as we like to call it, the hamburger menu, in the upper left corner, you'll see that you have the ability to update your group's profile, create events, submit news articles, add photos, store documents, create forms, and elections, which are like polls, and document service hours through the management page. I encourage you to explore these tools to see how your group can utilize them in developing the organization. But for now, let's dive into the Events feature. On the Manage Events page, you will be able to see a list of events that the organization has established. They can be sorted by approval or cancellation and by a status of current, past, or all. To create a new event, click on the blue Create Event button in the upper right corner. To create an event, you will need a title for the program, a general theme, and a description. If the event is co-sponsored by another organization, you may add them to the event as well. Scrolling down on the creation page, you will also need to add the event date, start and end time, and a location. If the event is recurring, such as a weekly meeting, you can add other dates just under the location button. When you click on the blue Add Location button, you'll see more options. In addition to the location name, you can add the address and choose whether or not to include a map for your attendees. Don't forget to click on the Save button in order to save your location. In the Event Details section, you will first need to decide who can see this event. Some large campus events like the Welcome Back Picnic, Homecoming Parade, and Carpe Diem will be open to the public. But for most of your events, you should select Students and Staff at SE-Link or Organization Members. The Students and Staff option is for events that only members of the campus community may attend, such as the Student Involvement Fair, Wellness Fair, or Late Night Breakfast. The Organization Members option should be used for closed events that only your members may attend, such as initiations, closed meetings, etc. One optional detail to select is the event category. Students syncing events from the main event page can sort events by the categories. You can select all that apply. Another detail to select is perks. Students can also sort events by whether or not the event has free food, free giveaways, or credit for a class. After completing this first page of basic details, click the blue Next button to move forward. Most of you will be able to move quickly through this next page, but I wanted to share it just in case you want to utilize these settings. You will always need to select who can RSVP for the event. The default is anyone, and I'd suggest leaving it as that unless you have an event that is limited to a specific number of participants. The organization representation and RSVP questions are optional, but please look over these features to determine if they will be useful to your organization. Most events will not need questions answered in order to attend. However, one example of using this feature would be for a banquet. If you are serving food and requiring a reservation, you may want to add questions regarding dietary restrictions or guest names. If you have an event where participants will receive a t-shirt, you could ask for their shirt size. To move on in the process, click Next. If you want to have attendees rate your events once it's over, you can select to automatically send a rating notification. If not selected here in the creation of the event, you can also manually send event rating notifications afterwards. Please note that you must upload a list of attendees either manually or with the use of a scanner to be able to use the rating feature. How to add attendees will be discussed later in the presentation. Click Next to move to the next step. Make sure to add an image, whether it's a photo, logo, or graphic, to make your event stand out on the main events page. If you don't have an image, you can skip this page and SE Link will use a stock photo for your event. You can also change details later and add or update an image. If you're using an image that's too large, you can crop the part you want to be visible to viewers. Click on Crop Image to proceed. The next screen shows a photo preview, and you can either choose to delete it and select a new image, or click on Next to proceed. The next step is a reminder to make sure you have reserved a venue for your event. If you have made an official reservation, you will select Yes on this screen. If you have not made a reservation, you will select No and answer a few questions to determine the best space for your event. In some cases, you will be directed to contact a specific person for the venue you want, such as the Show Me Center or Recreation Center. For most other venues, your request will be submitted through SE Link to the Campus Life scheduling office. Click Next. If you marked Yes on the previous screen, it will direct you to this page. Please verify your reservation by naming the staff person you corresponded with in order to confirm your venue. Click Next to review your event details. If you need to double check any details, select the appropriate section and review. If everything is correct, click the Submit button to send to the administrator for approval. To check the status of your event, simply open your personal toolbox and go to Submissions. Select the Events tab, and a list of the events you have personally submitted will be listed with status details. Once your event is submitted, you will receive an email like the one on the left, confirming that it's been received. Once the event is approved, you will receive an email like the image on the right, stating that the event is approved and posted. If you need to invite specific students to your event, send out notifications, or make any adjustments to the details of the event, you can go to the Manage Events page to add those specifics to your event. Make sure you are in your organization's management page to see the proper menu. Go to the hamburger menu and select Events. You will find your event listed here. Click on the event name in order to see the event page. The event management page will look similar to this for each event you create. To make updates or adjustments to event details, click on Change Details in the upper right side of the page. Make changes as needed on the pages that follow. Make sure to click Submit at the end as you did when creating the event. From this page, you can invite people to participate in your event. Click on the Invitations and RSVPs button to get started. Select the blue Invite People button at the top. The Export button can be used to export your list of invitations once you have a visible list. You can invite users by selecting them from list of your various organization memberships, or you can invite members of the university community by using their Southeast email. Whether you send invitations or not, you can also track attendance through the Event Management page as well. Select the blue Track Attendance button. If you want to add attendance manually, you can select the blue Add Attendance button in the upper right side of the page. Similar to the invitations page, you can individually type in the Southeast emails of those who attended. You can import a file of emails, and you can also update the status of those you invited by selecting the appropriate button next to their name. Also from the event page, you can completely cancel and remove an event from SELink by selecting the Cancel Event button. You may add a comment that will be sent to invitees, or simply select the button to confirm cancellation. Once your event is created and approved, you will be able to find your event under the Events list and on your home community page. The event will only be visible to those you selected in the event creation process. If you or other members of your leadership team have any questions about event management or other SELink features, feel free to reach out to Joanna Shaver in the Campus Life and Event Services office. This concludes the Link and Learn event management session. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the benefits of SELink.